Hi, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. Just smudging and getting ready right now to do your March 2019 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Support your girl. And for those that are reoccurring and already in support of the channel, I appreciate you. You overwhelm me with your love and support. It's like this channel has grown exponentially in the matter of weeks, and you don't only like and share and subscribe to me, you engage me. And, you know, I started doing personal readings at the end of January, and that has been a trip. So for all that have booked with me, it's been amazing to connect with you. Thank you for supporting this and allowing me to do this, you know, and build something for myself. But connecting with you guys has been out of this world. If you want to book a personal reading with me, of course, email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com. All those details are below. Okay, I'm going to start something new. So somebody please timestamp this reading prior to the prayer. You know, you guys know how I get about that. I want to start shouting out readers every month for every video. Because I watch tarot, and there's no reason that I shouldn't be shouting out the tarot readers that I watch and enjoy. And I also, quite frankly, see this very low grade underlying competitive nature with some of the tarot readers, and it's very corny and cheesy, and I don't like it. It's weird because, quite frankly, we're all out here doing the exact same work but in different forms. So, excuse me, in light of that, we are going to do something a little different here. On the channel, we're going to shout out some readers every month before they read, okay? First off, I want to do a big shout out to Saltwater Heals Tarot. I believe she's Aquarius, so a big shout out on this one because I'm shouting out the same readers for all videos for March. But I actually think she's Aquarius if I remember correctly. So Fierce Lightworker has a channel of her own and has amazing daily reads that you guys should check into. And she really supported me and gave me a lot of constructive criticism about how to make this into a business. So thank you, Missy from Saltwater Heals Tarot. Haley from Tarot from Beyond, she's dope as shit. She's funny as shit. She's fierce as fuck. So guys, these are very fierce light workers. Go there to support her. Don't go there at all. Do not go with your dirty energy or your negative comments. Nobody wants them, okay? So yeah, she was also very supportive as well, and really encouraged me to take that leap and go and make this a business. So I thank you guys. You guys rock. Jass, Jass from Hourglassed, Hourglassed, Hourglassed by Jass, Jass. She's got a fairly new channel, but that girl has a ton of information to acquire. She does twin flame relationship readings, ancestral readings and stuff like that. She also sells smudging materials. I'm going to start selling frankincense yet and smudging stuff, but I'm not ready to. So for those that are looking to buy that stuff now, I'm pretty sure Jass sells it on her website. So go check her out and hail her up, guys. Yeah, and then I had a client of mine tell me that she's starting her own channel. So I told her I would totally support. In the cards, it looked like something that she should do. You know, the collective needs her as well. So please shout out and go and support, like, share, subscribe. Crystal in My Bra Tarot. And yeah, there's tons. You know, there's Divinely Guided, Divinely Feminine, Angelic Guidance, Angelic Ascensions, Ramblin' Mike, Granddaddy of Tarot, on YouTube. Shit, there's so many. I have to write them down because I'm really bad with that shit. Like I'm the worst fan. I'm your best fan in spirit, but I'm your worst. Like I won't remember. Like, it's just, anyways, I'll write more down. We'll do another lot in April. Okay, guys? So I think we're ready to, oh, and I do smoke pot. Okay. I'm going to address this real quick because you guys have been with me since the beginning. Okay. Aquarius has supported this channel from the very, very beginning, and you guys have seen me smoke pot the whole time, right? But I did, you know, see some comments and things like that surrounding, you know, it needing it to connect or feeling they needed it to connect. This is a tool, absolutely, but the way I use it, it's a codependency and a crutch. I do not need pot to connect with you or the divine, or to translate messages to myself or to anyone else. I use it to cope. It's a coping mechanism, it's a crutch, it's a codependency, and I'm working on it. Okay, guys? I'm in the same journey here with you, right? My codependency is not so much to people, it's to pot. But if we're really talking about divination tool, you know, cleansing meditative tool, this frankincense is a lot more powerful than this. I'll tell you that much. This will clear a room. This will clear your mind. This will do a lot. I work with this a lot with people. Okay? So yeah, just wanted to mention that, guys. I think we're good to go into the reading and start the prayer. All right, guys, this is for Aquarius for March. I just felt like I had to take a deep breath because I know it's been a lot. Cerebral, even in all forms. I'm feeling like the energy of like a volcano before it's about to explode. I'm feeling anxious energy before somebody communicates a decision. I'm feeling obsessive thoughts surrounding a specific action. But the obsessive thoughts are almost trying to convince you that it's not an action you're supposed to take, but you already know you're supposed to. So the obsession is talking yourself out of it, and that's going to cause so much anxiety and depression. So don't do that. Yeah, that's all I'm getting in the pre-shuffle. Or maybe I'm getting something, that's all I can translate, but let's go into it, guys. Father God, Holy Spirit, guardian angels, ascended masters, thank you for connecting me with the collective. More importantly, right now, thank you for connecting me with Aquarius. I ask you that you allow me to communicate the messages for Aquarius during the month of March that are in their highest good, surrounding the relationships closest to her, the material abundance, sustenance, their ascension, and personal development. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, for your unconditional love and guidance, your support, and your straight love, man. We're absolutely nothing without you. All right, guys, let's get in her. Your overall energy for your 9-card spread, guys, for the month of March. I told you, it's like a volcano about to explode. It looks like an explosion. And these are governing triumph and glory. These are the tower moments affect. Like other people can see this moment. These are not. This isn't. This is a big deal. I don't even want to talk too much. I think you guys know what the tower means. The tower is, you know, sudden events that could be enlightening, that could actually change the course of your life forever, or at least significantly enough where major change has to be done, like almost like rescue relief, relocation, you know, completely changing the way you think due to a sudden event, conversation, outburst of emotion, shit. The tower is just like, it's boom, right? But I felt that in the pre-shuffle. It's like a lot of you could feel this energy coming, which is like the explosion, right? For good or for bad, right? First card out, King of Swords. I told you some are just struggling to make some kind of decision somehow. This is also Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Here it's fire and air, right? The more masculine side, but it governs, this side here governs wisdom. This king governs wisdom, right? He understands knowledge is power, right? And then finds ways to get everyone else to know it, that he has that power, right? But it's knowledge that governs him. It's like how he uses it to make decisions that are in his and everyone involves highest good. Your second card out is the Queen of Cups, right? Now, if this is relating to you as an individual, because this is your reading, Aquarius, this could absolutely be referring to the emotional outpour that comes out of you. Remember I said there's like this emotional outburst. It could be you, Aquarius, having an emotional outburst, or this already happened, and now this reading is regarding the settling of that, the aftermath of that, or this could be total preparation, or this could be the consequence, or this could be the Tower, is this emotional outburst and outpour by either you or another person, fueled by a decision that's been made. It's like a decision that's made, and then it's like, boom! And then that outpour causes a legitimate kaboom. Change in everything, change in course, change in vibe, energy. I mean, it could change everything. Whew, it's intense. Someone is getting, after this emotional outpour, someone's getting axed, or not necessarily. You guys need to be very careful, because if this is this outpour of emotion could negatively impact you. Like there's a sense to need to be controlled in how you relate your emotions. It's like some of you have to make tough decisions, or somebody made a tough decision and then you emotionally reacted to it. It's like some of you are emotionally reacting to feeling left out in the cold. For some of you, when you make a decision, how you emotionally express it, like you need to be careful that doesn't end up leaving you or somebody else in the cold. It's like there's this, it's a thought, a feeling, and then like a manifestation of all of that in the tangible, which it's not good. It's not necessarily good, you know? Like emotions are great, communicating emotions are great, getting your emotions out, but they need to be controlled, mature, you know. It needs to make sense. It's like you can't just be out here. And it's funny because the King of Swords uses straight intellect, no emotion to come to conclusions. Now with this Queen of Cups, if it's two separate people now, then this is very harsh energy, because quite frankly, I don't feel like the Queen of Cups is the ideal partner for the King of Swords, regardless of male or female. It's like the emotional demands that this person has on this King of Swords energy, it's not going to fly. Nor is the aloof, pragmatic approach to everything going to fly with this emotional, high vibrating energy, high empathic energy. So that's why I'm saying if it's you or one person, it's the struggle of that, because quite frankly, I think if the King of Swords was to decide to let his emotion out, it would probably come out like that, because it's been bottled up, because there's no real control, because that's not an area that the King of Swords really fares in. So when he does decide, he or she does decide to tap into the realm of emotions, it might be a little overwhelming or a little overpouring or cause negative results. So it's like if you function from a place without using any emotions and finally do decide to use your emotion and get negative response, meaning people push away from you or whatever the case is, it's because you haven't honed in on that energy and how to control it. It's not because your love isn't good. It's not because it's people have their own reactions to it. Right? Again, getting the head and the heart on the same page and knowing that you need to function from a place of both. Right? Or else you'll end up leaving other people in the cold or pushing people away from you, or, you know, it's not good energy if it's not tempered properly. All right, let's keep going though. Fourth card out of your spread. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is in the center of your spread. This is the second, besides the overall energy, the second most powerful energy in your whole spread. This is absolutely, we talked, I don't know if it was January's reading, we talked about this Wheel of Fortune and how pivotal it was going to be in the first quarter of this year. For a lot of you, that's playing out in March. For a lot of you, it played out in Feb. And now it's like, it's here, you're dealing with it. Like, we're working, we're managing it here. We're handling the Tower moment. We're handling this Wheel of Fortune turning. There's a lot karmically going on for Aquarius right now, which is probably why a lot of you might be feeling emotionally out of control. Not to say you may be acting it. It might just be a feeling. Some of you are externalizing this emotional imbalance. Some of you are totally internalizing it. And you are withdrawing yourself from people. This left out in the cold is self-imposed. It's like you don't want people to, you don't want to expose people to emotionally the imbalance you're feeling. Because some of you feel like you might just, it might just blow. Some of you are really working to try to make a decision. We're going to get clarification because it's under the King of Swords. So with the Eight of Pentacles, that leads, the Eight of Swords are decisions, and then making those decisions based on all the facts and what's in everyone's best interest, and then rarely having to go back and revisit that. Right? So with Eight of Pentacles, it's like knowing you need to make the decision, managing all the emotions surrounding it. Go lay down in your place, please. Right now. Do as you're told. Yo, Thor, no, not that place. The other place. In your room. You'll get up. She has multiple beds. She knows what I'm talking about. She can't play me. Like, she always does this when I'm on the phone or I'm doing the reading. She wants to get my attention. It's like, and then when I do give her attention, she doesn't even want to see my face. She's the worst. Anyway. I don't remember where I was at. But yes, working towards making a decision somehow. But this Wheel of Fortune is speaking to me of energies we spoke about before. Like certain destined and fated events that were happening for, or meant to happen for Aquarius, are playing out. You know, a lot of you know that this decision, there's a lot of emotion surrounding a decision that has to be made. And then really working towards making it in the best way. For some of you, it's to walk away from someone. For some of you, it's not to walk away. For some of you, you just need to pull yourself back in order to really look at emotionally what is going on with you. Because I know Aquarius can be in their head and they feel really good once they come to practical conclusions about shit. That's all great. But when dealing with water, you're dealing with a different thing. A sword, it's more structured. Emotions are not. So I see a lot of Aquarius maybe being pulled out of their comfort zone, having to handle and manage emotions that they maybe have never felt before or haven't felt in a really long time, right? But I see you guys totally working through it. And another 8. So you have the Wheel of Fortune surrounded by the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, right? A lot of you are really worried about the emotional state you're in. You can't fight emotionally what's happening. What's happening, you have to understand, things like narcissism, it lives in all of us, especially if you live in like a first world country. It's part of our society, okay? I see a lot of Aquariuses breaking out of the narcissistic ideas, which are all bedded and rooted in insecurity. Okay. Hode is glory. This is like, but it's upright towards your fears. A lot of you don't deal with emotions because of fears that are associated with them. You need to look back. Some of those emotions that are being brought up to the surface are emotions you've suppressed for decades, which is why it's so overwhelming or feels like a volcano's that about to explode. It's like if a pot's boiling, the harder you hold that pot back, okay, the bigger the boom is going to be. So be mindful of that you can control the severity of this tower moment. Know that the longer you suppress your feelings when you are about to communicate them, the worse, the bigger it's going to come out, or the more emotional you'll be, or the more aggressive, or whatever. So it's important prior to explaining your feelings to be mature and humble enough to explain to the person how difficult it is for you to explain something. So that when you're having an emotional response or maybe not particularly expressing it the right way, they have the context prior. Because if you don't, you're going to end up isolating yourself or pushing people away from you because they don't understand what the fuck that was all about. Or they don't care because the way you went about expressing your emotions ended up hurting them. So whatever your emotions are null and void at this point. It doesn't matter. Right? And then you're going to walk away feeling like your feelings are being discredited, but it's not. What's being discredited is the way you went about communicating your emotions. That's what's pushing people away. Now, the Queen of Cups in reverse is complete emotional unavailability, which to me is actually reflective of the King of Swords, especially in reverse. Complete emotional unavailability. Actually, he's a sociopath and extreme narcissist because he doesn't tap into feelings, has no empathy at all. So a lot of you are really aware of that and know that, are starting to learn, are working straight up on your emotional capacities. Because there's certain things that you want that you realize you have to emotionally be open to. Because there's things that you've been asking for and kind of being spiteful that you haven't gotten, and now realizing that, oh, the universe was always trying to bring this to me. Mercury retrograde might have you reflecting on past relationships, not ones that you want to revisit, but ones that you can say, oh, what I'm asking for was actually something the universe gave me before. So now I'm just going to work on myself and hope and pray that the universe brings it to me again in a better form or fashion that's more conducive to how I am now. But there is some worry surrounding of, will the universe bring it back to me again? So if you feel that way, don't run to the past and think, okay, I need to be with that again. Be confident that the universe will bring it back to you, but in a better form or fashion. So when you do reflect on things on the past, do not glorify them. Think of the good, the bad, and it really helps you put those things to bed so that you can go to the universe, ask for the good again, but ask for a better version of it that doesn't include the shit, the other karmic lessons that you don't need to go through anymore, right? So I do see some worry and some stress about what's coming in, or what came in, and how to work towards maybe the new things. All right. Anyways, your seventh card out is the Six of Pentacles. A lot of my Aquariuses are completely moving and stepping into a place of working and dedicating themselves. Like, this is a high vibration. A lot of Aquariuses are moving into a high vibration. They realize that they're not cold. They're strong. They realize that they have huge capacities for love. It's just that they may have struggled with, and this doesn't even need to be horoscope. This could just be your upbringing, right? Like, breaking through an emotional barrier that has kept you out in the cold, lonely, secluded for a long time. And then it's like you come to this breakthrough and then decide to totally work on it some more. It's almost like you get a taste of it, emotional freedom, and you're like, okay, I want more of that. Maybe not the way I went about it, or maybe not like that, but I do want more of this. because I'm feeling balanced, but staying in the King of Swords energy, like the King of Swords with a big heart is that guy. Think about the most lawful, just, kindest judge who won't just throw people away in prison and kill them and let them rot there and destroy families. He'll see the just in people regardless of the crime. He functions out of a place of love and law. That's a leader. So I see a lot of you guys stepping into leadership positions that are true reflections of who you are. Instead of being told, you can't be a leader if you're like that. You can't be your leader if you're like that. It's like, no, I can be a leader if I'm like this. I just need to be more like this and like this too. And then you really start blending in and melting in. It's like this sword was melted down and then crafted to be so amazing. Right? It's beautiful. It's like I see a lot of Aquariuses making a really fair and just decision, and it's fair and just for everyone involved. I said that, and then the Six of Pentacles came. It's like it's everyone wins. You really step into your leadership position. It's like everyone wins, and then after the Six of Pentacles, the Death card, everyone wins, and then it transforms the whole situation. Like I said, that's why there's so much emotion surrounding decisions that need to be made, or surrounding. There's so much emotion surrounding all the intellect you're acquiring right now. This is wisdom. Sorry, this is intellect. This is wisdom. It's like all your wisdom you've gained, but now being able to pour water on it. It's like that sword. Once you blend it and beat it out and you get it to the divine truth, you just dash water on it. And to sit it. And that's what these emotions are. You just dash water on it. And at first it goes. And then it settles down. It settles down. And now you've completely transformed some scrap metals into this beautiful, beautiful sword that was made with love. The purest materials. It's alkaline. So really good energies, guys. It's you know, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death, it's complete transformation of a situation, but like forever. And that might seem like with the Five of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune and the Death, it's forever. And a lot of you, that's why you're emotional about making this decision. Maybe out of all the people that you cut off and disassociated with, there's nothing more painful or emotional driving than this in particular, whatever that is. Right? And the emotions that were brought up, you know, they change you. Mercury retrograde might actually be quite a tough season for you, especially the more suppressed you are in emotion. Like if you really suppress that and you are like detached emotionally, it's going to be a hard one for you. It's going to be a tough one. Because Mercury retrograde is going to haunt you with memories of the past, feelings from the past, people, their faces. You think, oh, I don't feel anything, or I don't. And then you see that person's face and you might think otherwise. Or you might hear a word about that person, you might think otherwise. Right? And then the last card out of your spread is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this death occurs and then it's the practical action that moves forward. I just got like, some of you are moving, like this Knight of Pentacles is never coming back. Ever. Wherever he was at, there is a sense of eternal finality or whatever it is. It's like eternal. And that's why, like, there's so much emotions around it. That's why you're having to use all the wisdom and intellect that you've ever acquired. It's like study. It's like, and then it's like a part of you knows you start over again. Like he's looking back. Like I did that. I did that. Back of that death card. Scorpio season. Man. You're leaving. You're leaving March. Taking one last look at the past and going forward. And I think it's for life. There's a total transformation that occurs. There's a complete balance that happens with the Six of Pentacles besides the death. But the Six of Pentacles is first, so this balance creates the transformation. It's like the death of no longer receiving anything less than I deserve. It's the death of showing up less in relationships than I know I should, out of lack of self-love or confidence in myself, because I was told I was shit or whatever reasons that you don't show up the way you need to in relationships, guys. All right? Don't put all the power in other people. Take the power back. Acknowledge yourself, because you can't change people, right? That's why you'll see similarities in people that don't know each other. It's you. Right? I see you guys totally breaking a karmic cycle and bringing in a transformation. Now, let's get clarification. Guys, it's a beautiful spread. I hope I'm able to resonate with you. From the very beginning of your reading, I was overwhelmed with that feeling of an explosion. And then I saw the tower and I'm like, okay, there is an explosion. And then I see the Wheel of Fortune and the death. That is extreme major arcana. Like, that's like transformation you never go back from. It's like a moment in time you'll always remember. It's just so, it's like out of all the signs, it's like that, like it's fucking, I don't feel scared, but I feel like my heart rates. I feel some of you are emotionally anxious, like you guys are anxious. Some of you are out of your comfort zone because there's only so much research you can do. You got to sometimes go into certain places that you're not usually accustomed to going, or having to function out of certain places that if you're more analytical and you're having to communicate from a place of love, it's going to be difficult to you regardless, right? Or vice versa. Somebody could be really emotional and having to, present something, put their emotions aside and be really like, neutral, and they struggle with it. You can hear their bias, you can hear their emotion. It's the same thing, right? So it's like some of my Aquarius is going to be put in a very vulnerable position emotionally to have to express themselves, and I think it's going to come out like a kaboom. And when I say kaboom, it doesn't mean yelling or screaming, which it could be. It could be an outpour, like bawling. It could be like, I got that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can I get clarification on the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles? I don't read these in reverse. This came in reverse, but... So, I'm going to read it upright, but I know why I saw it in reverse initially. Because like I told you, it's like you might be revisited with something because you need to deal with it emotionally now. Maybe you were emotionally suppressed, and Mercury retrograde is going to bring something back up that allows you to expel that. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune again. Okay. With the Queen of Cups, this is like the King of Swords. It's like this decision, the emotions you're going through are legitimate. I feel it. I understand or feel at least the stress and anxiety surrounded by where you're at in your life right now. You know, trying to figure out why you feel the way you do about certain things. Because I think no matter what you do or who's around, there's a sense of feeling alone. And I think that's because you have abandoned yourself emotionally by suppressing feelings and telling them they don't exist. You can't abandon yourself when you do that. If your inner self is telling you, I feel a certain way, and you suppress it down, it's no different than a child saying, hey, I'm sad, I'm hurting, and you say, no, you're not, go to your fucking room. Over time, that child is going to suppress those feelings. And there's a whole slew of issues that will come from that. So just know that in yourself, especially as an adult, the older we get, the suppressing of that actually manifests in a lot of nasty ways. But who does it hurt most? It hurts us. So I'm seeing the universe giving you an opportunity to bring certain emotions up. And it might not be pretty, but who cares? Okay? Get it out. For those that haven't cried for a really long time, because there's people who haven't cried for years, months, years, and you were told that makes you strong, right? What if I told you not shitting for a month makes you a strong person? You're the strongest if you can hold your shit in for a month. A doctor or somebody of intelligence will come and say, well, that's not smart because you'd probably die of sepsis, okay? Or whatever that is, like poisoning from the inside. Peeing, pooing, crying, coughing, sneezing, burping, puking, these are all forms of purging, sweating. Anytime you stop yourself or don't allow yourself to purge, there is toxins that live inside you. I see a lot of Aquariuses releasing some, purging old emotions in the form of crying, sweating. You might be peeing a lot, and if this is purging pee, it'll be clear white. Might be puking, and if you puke, you're puking colors of things you didn't eat, or straight water. Looks like water. Like you puke a liter of water, but you didn't drink a liter of water. So it's purging, it's coming out. Thank God for it. Thank God for allowing this energy to expel from you, right? This emotional outpour, okay? Be prepared. The more suppressed you are, the more uncontrolled it can come out. So I suggest that if you are speaking to someone about sensitive matters, use your logic in knowing that it's probably best that you warn them that this is a vulnerable or hard thing for you to do. Just saying. You don't have to, but it might serve best if you feel that way. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune came twice. You've got the Six of Swords. Some of you guys, again, are doing travel. I'm getting a lot of travel for people in March, but it's spring break, holidays. I got it for December, and I can go nowhere. You know, but a lot of people travel over these times, so it could really just mean travel. But again, I think that once there's an emotional release that's done, it really is going to clear the air and allow to move forward in a better place. Just even yourself feeling, I just got like this overwhelming of feeling light. When this comes out, this outpour of emotion, however it comes out, it's going to feel good after. The only thing that's not going to make it feel good is if it came out in a bad way. Like you ended up hurting somebody's feelings, you didn't control it properly. Or explain to the person that I might get really upset talking about this because I feel this in this way and it's not personal to you. Right? So just be careful and mindful about that. Otherwise, I see, you know, moving into better space, better waters. Spirit, this Wheel of Fortune coming twice. I asked for clarification about the Wheel of Fortune coming twice, and I got the King of Swords twice. This is the first card out of your spread. Spirit's like, you don't need ask me clarification for something else. That's what Spirit just told me. Ask me clarification for something else. Spirit's on me trying to develop my own skills. It's like, you're doing great, but the work doesn't start here. You need to, Spirit's on me like a teacher. With that energy. It's not strict. It's just firm. So yeah. To me, this is actually like this. this decision is at the root of everything. Some of you are presented right now with a decision you were presented with in the past before and didn't make the right choice, or the choice that was in your best interest. And the universe, Mercury retrograde, and this very grounding Virgo full moon is bringing it right back again for you to make from a place that is healthier. And it's dope, because I totally believe that the reason you didn't make the right decision, or the decision that was in your best interest the first time, was because you were disconnected and lacked self-love. You were disconnected to your emotions and you lacked self-love. And as this wheel, by the time it turned all the way over again, you got that. You worked on that. You figured that out. You figured out how to learn, or at least became aware of the need to learn how to receive and give to people love. Some people are good at giving it, but they don't receive it well. You fuck up the balance. Some people receive it, but don't give it. You fuck up the balance. It's really getting that balanced out, man. And it's absolutely fantastic. I'm excited for you. Spirit, all right then. Can we at least get... Spirit's so faced you at me right now. Okay. I'm working today. I've got readings to do after you guys. So... this death, this transformation, it's going to be painful. That's why you've delayed this. This is why there's certain things that you're going through right now that link to your pathology. They're deeper rooted. This death that's occurring, it's been a long time in the making. It's like, it's about time. Part of you might feel heartbroken that it ever took you this long to love yourself enough to get yourself to this place. Because come the end of March, the reason why I think this is showing up is because come the end of March, it's just like you're going to look at this, what you've been through, your heartbreak, and how you overcame it. And a big part of it was addressing the Queen of Cups in you. Allowing yourself to be emotionally available, allowing for emotional exchange, not just with lovers, but with people. With the person who you get your fucking at the grocery store every day, the people you interact with, right? It's the death of functioning from a place of sorrow, functioning from a place of being a victim, functioning from a place that you think that this is inevitable, and now you're actually perpetuating this heartbreak in other people, because other people are here on YouTube talking about the heartbreak you caused them. Little do they know that you've been walking around with these swords in your heart for a long time. Hurt people, hurt people. That's the end of that. Because tapping into your emotions allowed you to not just stop hurting other people, but stop hurting yourself. Therefore, the tolerance in what you allow, you don't need to scream it out and be aggressive about it. It resonates off of you. You balance your head and your heart. And both of them, and it stems from this. Your heartbreak stemmed this depth, understanding, high-level wisdom and intelligence. So don't damn it. But also don't make yourself a victim about it. There are enough people who've been through worse. Enough. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you've been through. There's always somebody who's seen worse, I promise you. Okay. And then, at the end of your spread, we have the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace. Like I said, it's going forward, starting new beginning, and never looking back. A lot of you, what you've been thinking about for the past, 3 months, not to say you'll never think about it again, but, there's a certain nature of those thoughts that will never be revisited again. It's wrapping shit up. Literally. Because you're just not there anymore. You're here. You got to king status. You got here in this cycle. Now you have a new cycle, okay? And you're starting here. Some of you absolutely have a new opportunity in career, an exciting one, one that you might have been working to a lot, one that might just come out of the air. But either way, it's a practical opportunity that you're more than happy to proceed with. You're really, really excited about it going into March, if that's with regards to career. It's regards to career. It's regards to this kind of metamorphosis and change is going to make a huge ripple effect in the next year. You know, and that's why out of all the readings, yours has had a similar theme. Because I can do a month reading and then do the next one and it's not related at all. But yours seems to have this build up, and it's the build up of this like kaboom. And I've been seeing it for months for you guys. It's been emotional. It's been emotional, but it's like now your emotions finally you finally look at them and understand the purpose of them and what it allows you to do when you go forward in this new journey. It's like emotions aren't bad. They're not the enemy. Okay? They're not the enemy. All right, and you're starting to realize that as you go through them, because Mercury retrograde is going to bring it up. Now, there's other things that might be brought up. If it's not people, then it just could be just thoughts, reminders. People could tell you about certain things, or say, remember this, or remember this person, or I just spoke to this person, remember that, and it's going to start invoking things. Let it happen. Let it bubble up, and then wash it away. Because these days of this, if you hold that pot, boom, in your face, it's here. That's inevitable. This moment in time. You don't want to get burned. All right? Anyways, lastly, let's do a couple of romance angel guys. I love you guys. My Aquarius, you guys are going through a heap. I feel privileged to see this part of this collective's lives play out, already have played out, about to play out. It's playing out in different ways. You know, it's really stepping into your own energy. It's totally destined, which means you've allowed your angels to do what they need to do to get you to this point, right? Because both of these came up right. It's like the work has not gone unnoticed. And it's like the spiritual work that you've done is now actually being recognized by people around you. So you're starting to attract a different energy, even from the people you already know. Yes, you're going to attract new people, but the people you already know, you're going to start seeing that they're moving different with you. It's because you're resonating at a higher vibration, and they need to figure out how to move with you now and not get axed or cut off while you're going to the new level they want to come with. And you're always going to have to decide who comes with. But you are going forward more present, more emotionally aware, more balanced, connected, more emotionally available, which is just going to take your love life and your ability to connect with people to a whole new level. It's beautiful. And what's funny is what I look down at, this new opportunity very well could be meeting a soulmate. You know, it very well could be, guys. Jass does twin flame readings. Okay, Jass, Hourglassed by Jass. She does really good twin flame readings. If you want one of those, you can reach out to her. I mean, my readings are general. They're just like you see here. I do relationship. I do all that. But, you know, I want you guys to have multiple people to go through that you know you can trust for different messages, right? You know, I don't feel like I can't hail up other readers. I still stay booked. I told you, express your love. Now, this express your love is an Aries. I feel like, sorry, now it could be towards an Aries. There is an Aquarius that is going to explode emotionally. However that plays out, it could be crying, it could be yelling. But the fact of the matter is it's a need to express yourself. okay? Because there's this like emotional constipation that some of my Aquarians have, and it's making you come off kind of unavailable and cold. And there's something unreal about that resonates like you ain't real when you're not unavailable because you're hiding something, a huge part of yourself, and that's how you feel about shit genuinely, right? So expressing yourself goes a long way, not to just being real, being free, okay? All right. Past life relationships, you have known each other before. This soulmate, this past life relationship, you know, this is what it's all about. It's like karmically, some of you could be wrapping up with past relationships, you know, in order to embark in new ones, right? Some of you are going back and reinvigorating another relationship because after you've transformed. So there's this transformation. Maybe it was prompted by someone, or maybe you prompted the change in somebody, but it looks like somebody could possibly be coming back to show that they've completely changed themselves, that they have gone through the death and want to come back to you. And it could be somebody who you left out in the cold or left you out in the cold, but it is somebody you've known before. And I see it as, you know, yeah, even if it was a soulmate, but it's like express your feelings. Express to this person that's however that looks, right? But to me, this soulmate had to do with this ace. Whether this happens, this conversation happens, and you decide that we are soulmates and we're going to embark on together, or this could just be saying and deciding, you know what, thank you, I appreciate you, let's be friends. I'm happy we cleared the air, but this isn't the new opportunity that I'm looking for. And then you turn around and boom, again. That's your overall energy for this entire spread, right? With the Wheel of Fortune twice. I mean, what do I even call this video, guys? I don't even know what to call it. Like, every time it's just like, it's beautiful energy, guys. You guys are really, you know, leading the era of Aquarius. You know, 2,000 years. It's like all the intellect, all the knowledge you acquired, it's going to resonate to the world through the positive actions that you take. Not just with your head, though, but with this too. All right, guys? I love you. All right? I really do. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want a personal reading, email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com. My Instagram is down there too. It's not, you know, tarot related, but you know, people like to hit me up on there too. So definitely feel free to connect with me there. And until next time, let your inner angels live, and I love you. Ciao.